Hi, this is Danny D, and welcome to Pathways of Hope. Today we reflect on the Gospel of Luke, chapter 1, verses 57 to 66. In this Gospel reading, Elizabeth had just given birth to a son, and Zechariah, her husband, for that moment couldn't speak as punishment for doubting the Lord. Family and friends were gathered around discussing what this boy's name should be. And they were about to name him after his father, Zechariah, but Elizabeth said no. He will be called John. They turned to Zechariah and asked him what he thinks the boy's name should be. He couldn't speak, so he got a tablet and wrote, John is his name. And it said, all who heard these things took them to heart. And I sense that today the Lord wants us too to take this gospel to heart. Today's message is just that. John. John literally means Yahweh is gracious. God is gracious. He is kind, he is considerate, he is compassionate, and he finds a favor in each one of us. Today is Friday, and as we end this time of Advent, as we wake up tomorrow to the eve of Christmas, just before the festivities take over, I feel the Lord wants us to pause and to reflect on how John's name was true to us this year. How has the Lord been gracious to you? 4 days ago, my wife and I celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary. Wow, 30 years. We initially wanted to keep it simple. We sought out the priest who married us 30 years ago, who happens to be an archbishop already now, somewhere up north. We said, let's just attend one of his masses quietly on the side, and then approach him and ask him to lay his hands and bless us. We would have been happy with that, but God had other plans. When we found him, he was so happy that he invited us as his special guests, me, my wife, and my 5 kids, to his house. And early in the morning, he invited us into his little chapel, and we had an intimate Eucharistic celebration. And right just after the homily, he came to us and he laid his hand on us and blessed us. And as he was blessing us, 30 years of grace came rushing into us. All our challenges, our joys, his mercy, his providence, his compassion. All 30 years came rushing and surrounded by his best gift to us, our 5 kids. We just were overwhelmed. The Lord is gracious. What more can we say? How about you? How has the Lord been gracious to you this year, these past years? I invite you right now to look into your soul and with the eyes of your heart, acknowledge how God has been loving you. And as you bow down your head and close your eyes, allow me to pray over each one of you. Father in heaven, I pray for each and every listener of Pathways of Hope right now. May we all realize how you have found favor in each one of us. Whether we are going through Christmas joy or our challenge at this time in our lives, in our relationships, our career, financially, in our family, for our health, I pray that you grant us the grace of hope. To hope and be hope. To believe that there is victory that awaits us. And this is what is worth living for. And grant us the joy of Christmas. You have prepared for us every day as we wake up new every morning with you by our side, our gracious God. Amen. May you all have a blessed Christmas and a God-filled new year ahead.